over the last few years, I invested probably around 100K in myself, in certain trainings, in certain retreats, in certain coachings and mentorings. And I did not get the results that I've been longing for to experience. And I want to tell you some of the reasons why. Because I'm seeing it out there quite often. And it's not about what you're booking. It's not about the retreat. It's not about another training. It's not about another coach. It's not about another free training. It really isn't about that. It's all about you. And you probably don't want to hear that. But it's all about you. And the identity that you show up with. The self-image you have about yourself. And this is actually where the transformation is really happening. This is where the shifts in your life are happening pretty damn quick. When you start being honest with yourself. When you have the courage to really look at you. To stop looking out there at your business. To stop looking out there at your partner. To stop looking out there at your finances, your health, your body, your friendships. When you start looking at you. When you start looking at you with a very, very honest and loving, with a very honest and loving perspective. How are you seeing yourself? What is the image that you have about yourself? What's the identity that you are embodying right now? And it really doesn't matter if you don't need to book another coach. You don't need to go on another retreat. You don't need any of that. What you need is really, really looking at you and the image that you have about yourself. And I noticed for myself that for a very long time, I have had the image that I am not good enough. That whatever I'm doing is not good enough. That was just like the extension, the action. I did not feel good enough, and so were my actions not good enough. I was chasing success. I was chasing clients. I was chasing my business to grow. I was chasing money. I was chasing it all. And it was exhausting. It really, really was exhausting. I mean, there was a lot of pleasure involved because that's just who I am. But the energy that came along with that was chasing. And chasing, running behind after something, it's not really pleasurable. You know that. When you're running after a man, it just doesn't feel that exciting. And it's the same with your business. It's the same with money. It's the same with the life that you are longing for to experience. So it is all about the way you see yourself. And the way you can actually start seeing yourself differently. So first of all, the first step is to look at you right now. Look at like how you're seeing yourself, how you're feeling about yourself, the image you have about yourself. But very important, not from a judgmental perspective. There might be things, there most probably are certain things that you do not prefer that are there right now. But I still want you to look at them through the eyes of love with an open heart. Because anything else is just resistance. And resistance is a battle. And a battle is, again, exhausting. So that's not what we want. Therefore, I want you to drop into your heart. I want you to drop into your body and just look at you. And then your outside world is the perfect reflection, actually, of you. What do you think about you? And then I want you to drop in with your desires. With what it is that you actually truly want to experience. And then I want you to have the assumption that that desire is already fulfilled. It's already fulfilled, it's already done. So then I want you to connect with that identity of yours that already exists right now, that you just have not fully embodied yet, but it already exists. And how beautiful is that, knowing that that version already exists? All you gotta do is being it, choosing to be it right now. So then once you get to the assumption that your desire is already fulfilled, who are you? When you're looking at you in that moment, when it's already fulfilled, who are you looking at? Who are you looking at? Like, how do you feel? How do you think about yourself? Probably so easy, so much fun. It was easier than I thought. Wow. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I am such a powerful force. So these are the frequencies that I want you to connect with. And your frequency are your thoughts, the way you think about you, are your feelings, the way you're feeling. So you gotta connect those two. And the actions, your actions. And your actions, I don't want you to do more, because I really want you to experience yourself in the most pleasurable and the most limitless and the most effortless way. And in order to do that, to have that experience, you gotta let go of the idea that you have to do certain things. You just have to drop it right now. What you gotta do instead is you gotta embody that identity, that new identity, that already experienced, that already has the desire fulfilled, that already has experienced that which you want to experience. And yes, you can get there with hard work, with proving yourself that you can do it. Or you can just get there in a more pleasurable, more effortless, and more fun way. To drop into you and to be. Because it is all about that match, you being that match. And there's something that I wish I would have understood earlier on. That I can actually choose every moment who I want to be. Without getting rid of limiting beliefs, without going through my emotions, without analyzing my thoughts, without looking at the problem. Just a firm decision. I am choosing right now to be it. And I want you to play with that. I want you to choose that identity. over and over and over again, until it just becomes the most natural thing, until you just think and feel and act automatically very, very differently. And it can be very fast, that shift, because all it requires is a shift in consciousness. And that shift in consciousness is created by you. So if you're choosing that elevated state, elevated consciousness, if you're choosing to be it right now, then you're just choosing it. Full stop. Will there be moments where there is doubt, where there are questions, where there's frustration? Yes, of course. And these are the moments you're building your power. These are the moments where you don't go back to the old. These are the moments where you're building momentum, where you're stepping into it now. These are the moments that matter more than you think they matter. It doesn't matter when it's going, when it's flowing and you're high on life. It matters as well. But what truly matters are those moments where the doubt kicks in, where the old stories are taking over, where the frustration, when is it finally happening? Where the anger, where the safety, maybe it's safer to just go for another option, is creeping in. So then all you gotta do is to choose something different, to choose the new, and to be it right now. And however that looks like, there is not one rule for that. But the more you connect with yourself, the more you know how to actually deal with these kind of situations. Because there are certain patterns. You know when it's time to just choose something different right now. You know when it's time to feel the emotion, to just go in it and feel it all. You know when there's time to just observe it. You know when there's the time to just do nothing. And this is the beauty, this is the magic, this is the potential of being limitless, that it's your way. There is not one rule to do it. The rule is that there is no rule. And the rule is that you gotta follow you. Always. Just stop giving a shit about what it is that others are saying, what it is that you're hearing out there, and that you really connect deeply with you. And follow you. No matter what you're seeing outside. No matter if your outside world is not moving along yet. It is moving. There is so much happening in ways you can't see. I want you to trust yourself and a higher power. That everything is aligning right now. So stay there. Stay connected with that identity that you already are. So then that whole journey really becomes about you claiming your power. At one point you actually forget about that desire. That which you started that whole thing. And you connect so deeply with you and realize, wow, it actually was all about me all the time. To claim more of my limitless nature. And once you unlock more of that, you know that's just the beginning. And here you go again. On to the next desire, on to the next level. So it really is about you. And claiming that power within you. Claiming that limitless identity that you are. And again, especially in those moments where your outside world is showing you the complete opposite. When the old emotions are coming back. When the thoughts are driving you crazy. Those are the moments where you're building your power big time. And those are the moments that I want you to celebrate yourself. Over and over again. Every little success is worth a celebration. You showing up makes a difference. So I want you to celebrate you big time for showing up. And it is all working out for you. It really is. Stop doubting and start knowing.